Would have food bowls and water bowls, and like there would be urine in the water bowl, and there would be like, you know, feces on the wall from where the animals had stepped in it.
Discussing in overcrowded conditions, sick and dying cats and dogs. Good evening, I'm Micah Mater.
And I'm Mark Sapelsa. Our top story seen around the country on WGN America tonight. What is going on at Chicago's Animal Control and Care, where you and I can't see? Tonight we take you behind closed doors. WGN's Marcella Raymond is here in studio with us. Marce.
Hi, Mark and Micah. One of the missions of Chicago's Animal Care and Control, the largest shelter in the city, is to assure the humane treatment of animals. It takes in 25,000 animals a year. Right now, there was a strong push from many groups to make that shelter and others in Chicago no-kill. No one's saying that's not a noble idea, but is it at the expense of the animals' basic needs? We went undercover to find out, and I just want to warn you that some of the pictures are disturbing.
First, we received pictures from inside Chicago Animal Care and Control, taken over the past few weeks. The complaints were from longtime employees and a rescue worker who asked to remain anonymous for fear of losing their jobs. There was also a veterinary intern who became overwhelmed by what she saw. They were concerned about the way the animals were being treated.
It's not uncommon to come in not just to find a cat dead in a cage, but the dogs die in the cage as well.
I was very concerned about the animals suffering. Your initial reaction is to cry.
It's disgusting that this is the city's, you know, animal care and control. This is like where our taxes are going to this.
This month, we went undercover inside Animal Care and Control. We saw dogs doubled up in cages because of overcrowding, cats in small carriers because there wasn't a cage for them. Shelter workers tell us that some stayed on a loading dock for up to 72 hours in sweltering conditions.
Sometimes they would get water, sometimes they wouldn't. Same for food.
Do you consider that inhumane?
I do.
We saw cats who were sick with upper respiratory infections. Their eyes were crusted over and they were sneezing. We saw animals with open wounds, a dog with a sore on its back, a cat with an eye infection. Another was removed from his cage because the dog had the deadly and highly contagious parvo disease. They at one time were all in cages next to healthy cats and dogs. Peter says he has never seen conditions at the shelter so bad. He says they don't have the staff to care for all of the animals.
When were you seeing things start to change?
Pretty quick after the new director came on board.
The new director, Cherie Travis, agrees there is a staffing problem.
We are understaffed right now, but we've been working steadily toward correcting that.
Travis is an animal rights attorney and an adjunct professor of animal law at DePaul and Northwestern universities. She is the co-founder of CASA, an organization that wants to eliminate the needless euthanasia of Chicago's animals, also known as no-kill. On Cherie Travis's Facebook page, she says her goal is to make Animal Care and Control no-kill in 3 to 5 years, although Travis doesn't really want to talk about it.
Tell me about the no-kill movement. It seems to be huge here in Chicago.
Right. That's not something that I'm prepared to speak to. I mean, the no-kill movement, you might want to talk to the people from Best Friends.
But are you trying to do that here too, though?
Well, it's something that we are definitely looking to reduce euthanasia.
Director Travis says euthanasia is down at the shelter, but to employees, that means there are more animals and no place to put them, no one to care for them. On August 6th, Pavilion B, for an example, had 39 cages for dogs, but 62 animals. Pavilion C had 43 dog cages, but 71 animals. Pavilion D had 33 dog cages and 63 animals. The pavilions for cats also had overcrowding. At least 2 more days in August saw similar numbers.
Cruelty and neglect. Not even providing proper shelter for the animals.
Alex Knutson was a medical intern at Animal Care and Control for a year and a half. She spent 2 to 4 days there every week. She says things got worse this summer.
The newspaper was just covered in urine and feces, and the animals were just dirty, and a lot of like eye discharge, nasal discharge, you know, they just didn't look healthy.
Knutson says the medical staff can't even begin to treat all the cats, most with upper respiratory infections, because there are too many. There is 1 full-time vet, 1 part-time vet, and 5 vet techs for 800-plus animals a day.
It's a lot of animals.
Dr. John Sirabasi is a private veterinarian and the past president of the Chicago Veterinary Medical Association. He says the decision to euthanize should not be made flippantly, but at times it is necessary.
If the decision to have a no-kill environment means that animals are just left in an overcrowded condition, not cleaned appropriately, living in their own waste, not being fed adequately, and are losing weight and not maintained in good health status, then what are we really doing?
Dr. Terry Durr was a full-time vet at the Animal Humane Society in Minneapolis, a shelter with the same number of animals as Animal Care and Control. In an email, she says, being filled to capacity and doubling up guarantees that the animals are experiencing the worst kind of stress, overcrowding. There is no way the animals can maintain a healthy immune system in those circumstances. Trying to run a municipal animal facility as a no-kill is insanity, and it is the animals who suffer.
You're more than welcome to look around. We're a city agency. I feel like, I have nothing to hide.
Last week, Cherie Travis took us on a tour of the facility. Besides some dirty cat cages, I really saw nothing glaring.
They knew you were coming, so as usual, when they know someone is coming in to do that, they prepare the facility.
2 other women who work in the animal rescue field and were there also were happy with the shelter.
I just see positive changes here, and we're real excited about it, actually.
I think if I personally saw a dog or a cat that I thought was suffering, I would let the front desk know. If I saw Cherie, I would let her know. I'm sure she doesn't want any animal suffering around here.
I tried to show the commissioner some of the pictures we were sent and the video we took. She did not want to look at them.
And I don't know where the photos came from, and I'm not going to answer that.
What about this?
It does.
You've got dead cats, Cherie. You have dead cats. You have
I need to talk.
You have sick cats.
Well, I sent Commissioner Travis those pictures and the video that we took. She did not respond. We gave her an opportunity to do so, and she chose not to. We even offered to come back and talk with her on camera, but she chose not to. She even called my news director and asked that WGN not run the story.
Marcella, thank you.
You're welcome.